Now, as we get into Chainsaw Man chapter 85, well, Coben is still getting bullied. Good morning, pizza people. As you see, for the fact that we are now in the Chainsaw Man chapter 85, just a forewarning, this chapter, I wouldn't say it's as important as chapter 84 and especially 83 were, but going into 85, this gives us a little bit time, like a little bit of a cool down time to get a little bit of comedic relief and a little bit of some explanations onto who Denji, like if Denji is really still in that just pure monster that is the Chainsaw Man now, right? And honestly, I feel like this chapter is important, but it's not the most important chapter. It's honestly something that I'm really glad is there by the end of it. Like every chapter is important, and this one is just another one along the lines. So as we begin off, right, we come right back from the explanation we were getting last week that Makima was giving as it regards the Chainsaw Man and how he functions and how she has complete control over him, right? And we see that Kishibe, even with Makima's explanation on how she wants to save the world or whatever, that he really isn't fazed by the fact that, like, she's doing all this for the greater good. Like, he still has a gun pointed at her and he's still saying, like, hey, don't move. And she's not worried because she knows that she gave the order that Chainsaw Man has to save her even though she's about to be killed. And remember what I said about like any of these chapters not being as important? Well, I lied, okay? Chapter 85 just got even more important than chapter 84 and 83, right? Because you know how I said that Makima thought she was just gonna be saved? Well, no, okay? Because Denji busted out of that dimension as the Chainsaw Man monster that he was, and he basically one-shotted Makima, right? And I guess in her terms or whatever, that's what she meant when she said save her, okay? Because instead of like grabbing her and dipping off or whatever, right? Denji busts through the window. He doesn't even like notice Kishibe. He comes in and he one shots and chops up Makima into pieces without any hesitation at all, right? And right after he does that, bro, he just thinks to himself, save me. And Kishibe's just looking like just mad confused, bro. Like, what the hell? You're supposed to be the main villain of the arc. What's going on? And so you know what Denji does? He doesn't attack Kishibe. No, he just looks at him and leaves, okay? And Kishibe is left there stunned, bro, just with the pure fact that Makima's dead body is all across the floor, even though she's supposed to be the main villain of the series. And this kind of relays back on the fact that an interview came out with the fact that Makima is not the end goal. There's still 3 more people to go up the line, bro, for this series to end. So Chainsaw Man isn't over yet, bro. We still have a lot further down to go, bro. Like the main villain that we thought to be this whole time just got bodied. So expect a lot more Chainsaw Man content because it is far from over, okay? Like, I don't know where it's gonna go from here, bro. Chainsaw Man is honestly confusing, but I already knew, bro. Makima was not the last one left. There are still 3 more people to go at. And honestly, we get no explanation on this, so there's no explanation for me to give to y'all, honestly, bro. I'm really sitting here just as confused as y'all, bro. But yeah, Makima is dead, and there's a lot more people to go with. So next up, we switch up over to a scene of like Coben at her job or whatever, because you know she quit the Hunters, bro. She's been going through hell. Like out of all the characters that make it, bro, you would not expect for like Coben to be the one that made it. And you know what? She is, and now she's working at like a McDonald's restaurant. It's called Family Burger, I believe, and they're all just like this really tight-knit group of people, and it almost feels like a cult almost, because like it gets to the point where they get so annoyed at Coben because she's like very like bad at just saying like scream, like, you know, as a shock like sound effect, that they slap her and tell her to like stop doing it or else, you know. And they say like, hey, every time you think of saying or getting scared or something like that, just remember, we're gonna slap the hell out of you, bro. So, you know how I said Denji dipped off from Kishibe right after just bodying Makima, right? Well, he pulls up to the exact Family Burger that Coben works at, right? And I think it's honestly an interesting thing to think about, that Coben might become his new companion, especially with the fact that Aki and Power and now Makima even is dead, bro. So, like, he's not turned into Kishibe like I originally thought he would. Like, he's actually gonna turn to Coben, bro, one of the last people still left alive from the Hunters organization that was honestly like still, you know, peer almost. One of the only people that were still really true to themselves, just like Aki and Power. So honestly, it makes sense for Denji to turn to Koben in like a time of need as like a last resort for someone to like confide or just to be around almost. But that's just my head canon. So Denji is there, right? And he basically bodies the guy that slapped Koben, bro. And it's pretty funny, bro, because like right after like he bodies her, like everybody in the restaurant is saying like this exact same thing they told Koben not to say and they slapped her for, bro, because they're all shook. And like someone tried to run out the restaurant, Denji bodied him, bro. And it's honestly funny to see that Denji doesn't care, bro. He's just killing anybody in his path or like that even annoys him at this point, almost like he's a god. And right here is where we get a small, quick little flashback or whatever, right? Like right after, while Denji's just sitting there after he just killed somebody in the restaurant. And Denji, it's like kid Denji saying, hey, Pochita, just once in my life, I want to try a hamburger that isn't rotting, you know, because we all remember he used to be more of, what's the word? An orphan, you know, especially after his father, and all he had is Pochita. So a lot of like things he confided in Pochita are especially coming out now when he's in this Chainsaw-Man like monster sort of state where he doesn't have full control over anything he does. Like, of course, like some things influence him, like right now where he's at this burger shop and he wants to get a burger. So that's another important part of this chapter, is the fact that we still see the fact that Denji is still like influencing, and he's even influencing enough to make like his chainsaw monster after killing Makima want to go and get a burger. And so Denji comes in and he kills the mascot and he's really just sitting in that restaurant after we get that small little flashback. And then we get him saying vroom 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 and like just threatening all the workers, like, because he can't physically get out words, so he says that vroom vroom, you know, and only Koben can understand the fact that he wants a hamburger, okay? And they're all just trying to dance for him and just trying to keep him entertained just to get him a burger, bro, and it's hilarious. They're all like so nervous and they're trying to put the burger together while still dancing and keeping up the family thing, just to not like, you know, like let their tensions get loose and for Denji to just body them. And you know, he just bodied 2 people off of just walking in there. And then they're putting it together and Koben is the one tasked with carrying it to him, and then she trips. And everybody is just shook. They're like, yep, we're over it. You know what, Koben, we're gonna die because of you. And she makes the most like disappointed, saddest face I've ever seen while just like looking at the spilled burgers on the ground, right? And it all wastes all over Denji's monster like state, bro. And it's almost like she's accepting the fact that, hey yo, I'm probably gonna die, bro. I just wasted it all over the Chainsaw Man, bro. It's like hella like adorable, bro. You can honestly like not help but feel bad for Koben as you're like just looking at her, bro. And then, you know what, they rush to make another burger with the quickness. And you know, the most unexpected thing happens is that she trips again and drops it all over Denji. Like, at this point, bro, she's just a screw up, bro. Like, she's just trying to live a normal life and nobody's letting her do it, bro. First, like, she quits the Hunters organization, and now Denji is pulling up in full monster-like state, like, just to get a burger, and he's, like, pressing her and her whole, like, job or whatever, bro. And it's just honestly to see, like, after all this time, Koben is the most, like, human in our last resort to have like a normal character within this series. So like honestly, the last shot of this is pretty interesting, right, too, because she drops it all over him again and she just breaks down, bro. She's like, what? And she's just like, she's literally making those sounds and she just begins breaking and busting out crying, bro. All the other workers are screaming at her. One dude gave up hope, one dude is just like, dang. And like, we don't get Denji's reaction at all to the food getting dropped all over him. He's just like, okay. And he just has like tomatoes, cheese, like ketchup, lettuce, all this drink all over him, bro, when he just wanted to eat a burger. And I don't know what's gonna happen here, bro. Like, Denji could have easily killed everybody in that restaurant, but I feel like with Koben being the only person who reminds him of something real, something that's not a trick and lie in his life, like, he might actually calm down and he won't freak out over the burger being wasted all over him, bro. Denji's a pretty chill going dude for the most part, and he's just gonna, I don't know, I don't think he's gonna tweak out about the burger, bro. But either way, though, like, chapter 86 is gonna be hella interesting, bro, because there's so many different paths they can take this. Makima's dead, Aki's dead, Power's dead, what's it called, just bro, literally though, like Kishibe is just sitting there now, bro. Like I think it might turn into the Kishibe feels like he has to kill the Chainsaw Man squad, and especially with the fact that he knows that, like, you know, he's the most overpowered thing in existence at this point, bro. So honestly, I feel like this is really gonna turn into the Kishibe is the next big bad of the series. Like it's a lot of different paths we can go, but at the end of the day, I'm just a piece that talks about anime, so how much more could I really know? But until next time, pizza people, I'm Time Pizza. I have a lot of other Chainsaw Man and a lot of other anime and manga videos down below. I might be trying a new series tomorrow, so you guys might want to tune back in for that, okay? So, really, until next time, my name is Time Pizza. I make anime and manga videos, and I'm a pizza that talks about that stuff. So, I hope you guys check me out, and I will see you pizza people on the other side of the slice. Peace.